Hello, this is my first attempt to speak directly to those who may be struggling with self-image and anorexia and that kind of thing. Got a lot to learn about your community. I first got to know a little bit about the journey through Speak Girl. Blessings to you, Speak Girl. And this is a response to a number of videos that I've seen. And I'm trying to do this in a kind of freestyle, right-brained verse that might jar something in your mind and imagination so that hopefully poetry and verse can get underneath some of the obsessive, locked-in circular thoughts that other things don't speak to. Subtle toxic lies that lie in the mind started simply in school and in class. The materialistic elements of the periodic table, measured and directed, substances that dance like universes, that reduction, you are more than that. You are more than the compositions of chemicals and flowing pieces of particles rearranged. Soul speaks to soul. Substance speaks to substance. But substance appearance is not soul. And therefore, life cannot be breathed by measurement. Everything you measure is nothing but dust. So why turn yourself into dust by measuring it? There is something more precious if you can simply give and receive this thing called the breath of life. Life that breathes in and out. Life that breathes in and out because you have a soul. That is what's beautiful. Not the eyes that I see, but what lies behind the eyes. And it's not just your brain chemistry. When you have trusted the wrong things too long, it falls apart on you. Find something deeper to trust. Find someone deeper to know. Find someone deeper to love. And find out how much you are loved. Generations of misspoken traps have left us in a Freudian dispatch simply because all that we can know from externals is not the heart of the matter. The language of the soul has gotten buried in systematic reductions of the way that we have come to our collegiate compositions. So, if all you can see and taste is simply reduced to atoms dancing, rearranged, then all that you know will be simply subject to the second law of thermodynamics. Reduced to nothing, it will end in a whimper or a bang. There is more, so much more to life. But the language of love and embrace, what Martin Luther King called soul force, what Jesus calls the Holy Spirit. There's so much more to know, but that's the kind of intimacy that would draw one close to what I know as God. Those that want to deal in the language of the Spirit must learn a different foundation for understanding life itself. For life comes as gift every day, received with gratitude. That gift received becomes a flower that unfolds. And life and meaning and purpose comes through a circle of receiving, both receiving blessings of love and letting that blessing flow from our lives to others. Now, you may not understand this. You may not even put it all together. It may simply be a rattling voice of a different kind that you've never heard before. But I want to suggest that you are loved more than you know. And the only way that you can know that you're loved is that you let go of your preconceptions, that measurements can tell you who you are. There's nothing you can measure that can measure identity. And measurements certainly won't place you into history with significance unless you're solely given over to the science of measurements itself. Even Einstein says, God doesn't play dice with the universe. There's a lot more purposeful things in life. And you're not fated to the choices that cause the caustic patterns. But you can undermine the caustic patterns of thought by realizing that they don't define you. By the way, I stand 6'4". I weigh over 240 pounds. But you know what? Those will not be the markers of what makes me a significant force in history. To those who will remember my name, the beauty will be because of something else. Take the time and forget about the size.